If a woman acts like a man, it's because she's with a little Let me explain. When a woman slips into that playful, childish, giggly little girl energy around you, being a little bratty for attention, silly, or craving your protection, she's not being immature. It is quite the opposite. She's responding to your strong masculine presence. And this is what's called secure attachment in action. When she truly feels safe with a confident, decisive man, her nervous system relaxes and she drops the armor.
Blessed is everyone who fears the Lord. Your wife will be like a fruit vine within your house. Psalms 128, 1-3.
There's studies on attachment theory that show women in secure relationships often express more vulnerable, affectionate, even childlike behaviors because they trust you to lead and protect. It's biology. Your masculine polarity, strength, direction, presence, that naturally triggers her feminine essence to open up and surrender and play. Dopamine floods her brain. She feels alive, desired, and carefree. That is the spark. That is attraction on fire. But if she's constantly mothering you, nagging about your chores, reminding you to cut the grass, treating you like a project to fix, wake the hell up. She's not being caring. She's filling a void because you're not stepping up as the man. This is what's called the maternalizing dynamic.
You guys remember the story in Genesis 3 verse 6? It says where she also gave some to her husband who was with her and he ate it. This is talking about Adam's failure as a leader when Eve took the fruit from Satan and ate it, and they were both exposed to sin and the repercussions of sin. 1 Corinthians 16 verse 3 says, be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. This emphasizes that biblical masculinity includes initiative, courage, and responsibility.
Where a woman's nurturing instinct gets redirected towards her partner when he acts immature, helpless, or avoidant. Research shows that this happens when the man lacks direction or emotional leadership. And here comes the harsh truth. If she's acting like a man, dominant, controlling, making all of the decisions, wearing the pants, it's because you're not. When masculine energy is weak or absent in the man, the woman steps in for pure survival.
Now, this is something I see in my clients a lot, and I've worked with about 3,000, 4,000 women. And what I've seen is that a lot of women who have things like PCOS or infertility or even endometriosis sometimes, it's primarily because they have too much stress, and more times than not, and not always, their bodies are literally adapting to make them more male-like, especially with PCOS, where you start to see facial hair growth, lack of fertility. You have a lack of ovulation. You have a lack of menstruation. You start to see that the body is adapting, trying to become more male-like as a means of survival and protection. What are your thoughts?